when you're in there with the blurred screen, yep, I see it. There's actually two different links there for Teal. If you click on the bottom one, it will go into click on Teal's name in there, and it'll go to her into her account, and then you can go right into the actual Google Hangout is inside there.
When we click on, we're inside the
Hangout. Yeah. So the first click, once you see the different Hangouts there, now the first one is showing. Now that I'm in.
Okay.
But if you click.
My screen. Okay.
But if you go to hosted by Teal, just next to the NREX layout review, if you go to, you see the picture of Teal with the cactus behind her picture.
Yeah.
If you click on her name there, then it takes you to Hangouts that are hosted by her. And then you can click on the actual NREX layout review one there.
Oh. Okay. Yep, it's there now.
Okay. Sorry about that. I wonder why that works that way. I'm not sure. But you're seeing our screen now, Chris?
I am.
Okay. I'm going to hand the controls over to Phil now then. And let him walk through the mock-up. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
So after we did all the, I guess we had two in the end, groups of users plus you guys give feedback on some of our examples. We tried to go through and incorporate various ideas and what we thought people wanted. And this is where, as Jeff said, this is kind of what we thought our starting point would be in moving forward. So basically, the kind of first splash screen you see would have all of whatever we are required to do with disclaimers and whatnot. And then probably sort of button that goes through some quick 3 or 4 pages of simple help type stuff. Thought we would put, as we develop workflows and whatever different workflows we want to do, this would be where the user chooses their workflow to start the whole process. That's not to say once you get into it, you can't change what you're doing at any rate. And then they would go into the program. The first couple screens here were just how we kind of envision the different tabs and whatnot, and how they would interact. There would be a few things, the data tool output buttons up here, which kind of corresponds with which tool is shown and what is showed up in the left-hand pane. Those tabs, right? Yeah. Well, on what those guys haven't seen, they'd only seen the 3 different things. They haven't seen my our work. But yeah, they were either tabs or yeah, they were like in the old one, the ribbons would have been the tabs and the ribbons part and stuff like that, or tabs in the kind of wisdom example that I had. Okay. Yeah. And then these steps would be, if they selected a workflow, these would be the steps in the workflow. These 3 buttons at the top are the data tools and output, and the steps are persistent. If you want to get rid of the tool, the ribbon, do something like that. So you can move those back and forth. and you can hide, you'd be able to hide the left-hand pane. If that.
Great.
So that's kind of the basic tool, hide and show type stuff that we were looking at. And then as you go through, if you go through these, the data would have, still kind of debating on this one, but would have the currently selected or current data that you want to be looking at. You can turn on and off ways in which to add more data to that list or remove that data from that list, and then a legend.
Okay.
With this, you could, the idea would be that you would add tools to the tab in the left-hand side over here. If you wanted to upload data, you would add that tool to the list of tools that are available on the left-hand side. In the tools category, I think of it into zooming to a location or creating your area of interest, locating yourself on the map. You have tools for doing that, and then there would be tools for analysis. And as you hop between the data tools and output, the ribbon, the tools in the ribbon will change. With data, we have tools that were available in the data type stuff. So the tools would have tools. Terminology needs to change maybe, but the functionality would change, and then you'd have the output. And then in each of these cases, you could remove, get out of. I didn't really finish this whole part of it so that they're both independent, but you could move to where you're just looking at the map and be able to hop through your stuff. And then you can always go back, pick a new workflow if you wanted, or import save project. I thought we'd have a couple tools up here for help about saving projects, importing projects, stuff like that would also be consistent kind of in the banner.
And so how do you go back to select a different workflow?
This change button here, probably something like that, would take you back to the screen where you could change the workflow. And maybe we would need two screens. Jeff and I were talking about it the other day, and Jeff wants to talk about two screens. But yeah, we probably might need two screens.
I was overruled.
And then, just thinking about it now, Jeff, we don't need to have the disclaimer there
Oh,
all the time.
right. Yeah.
So it might be a disclaimer, and then you move on to the selecting. So I didn't think about that yesterday.
Or you could get a new version of the select workflow window when you're coming back to it a second time.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
And we wouldn't need to help necessarily, or maybe. So that was kind of our thoughts going forward. And I don't know, do we looking for feedback, I suppose, or you're okay? I don't know.
Blessing.
I like the way it's looking so far. That's what I thought of when we looked through the three main potential types. This is what I thought of too with it. So yeah, you're right. I think you're right on track with what we were thinking.
Yeah, I think so too. And of course, it can change, but
Yeah.
this gives us sort of a starting point, at least for the next little while. We probably won't change it and start to develop with this kind of a layout. And of course, pretty soon we'll start showing real code as we get farther and farther along and get feedback, along the way.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can definitely see we get into it where you're actually have a web page that you're navigating around, and people say, "I don't get this at all." It looks good in the wireframe, but
Sure.
it's
Yeah,
not.
well, what is that return to intro button at the top left?
Oh, that'll go away. That was just kind of sorry, that was just kind of when we had the examples, 3 examples, um, it was just part of getting back to look at the different examples. I just forgot to pull it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the way it's laid out.
Hey, good. That's what we wanted to hear.
Yeah, I like the ability to collapse that
Yeah.
window and the bar across the top.
Yep.
So I see more maps.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
And yeah, and so this is kind of the main thing we had for today. I know next week we're going to talk a little bit about branding and how to deal with the stakeholder group when Mary's back. But yeah, this is kind of the one item that we wanted to get sort of an okay to move forward with.
Yep.
Well, if you only need to hear from 2 people.
Yeah.
you can move forward.
Hey, they snooze, they lose. We get the vote. That's good.
Yeah, you're the most important one. You're the only one. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, unless there's anything else, that was all we had for today.
This
A
is.
19-minute call, 18-minute call.
I do have just one question. The key that's showing up there. What was it? Is that just settings? Is that what that is?
Those were random icons that I tossed in.
Oh, okay. No problem. Randomness is good. Keep us on our toes.
If you get a hold of this link and you click on the key, it'll solve all your problems.
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
Easy button.
That should be the genie's lamp.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what we wanted to hear. Got it. Well, no, it looks good. Looks good.
Okay, well, if there is anything else, we'll sign off for today and let everybody get back to what they were doing.
Sounds good. Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, and then we'll have a call same time next week.
Sounds good.
All right.
All
Have-
right, thanks again.
Yep, have a good week, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Two.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.